Hello, and welcome to Iron Giant Fishing. Today we're working with Porgy AKA Scup. The recipe we'll be working with today is somewhat Italian, somewhat Asian. I'm combining fried rice with a pan-seared fish coated with Italian seasonings. It's a different recipe than most would use, but I'm about difference. I'm about giving you something you haven't seen before. And in terms of that, something delicious. Bear with me. This is my first catch and cook video, and I'm excited to give you what I know, and hopefully you learn something that will help you in your future cooks and any type of fish dish. Thank you. Starting with these porgies that I caught yesterday, first thing you want to do is scale them and gut them. Really clean them however you want to clean them. It's up to you, your recipe. But for this specific recipe, we're going to be scaling, taking the heads off, and taking the fins that run along the back off to reduce as many bones as we can. So, at this point in time, after we have scaled the porgy, I proceed in cutting the fins. Usually I don't like my tail fin, that's just my preference. I cut through. I go to the side fins. Make sure you get both sides. Nice and clean. What I do now to remove the dorsal fin is I go at an angle right alongside of it. I use a sharp knife, very shallow, just till I feel the bone. That deep, no more than that. Same side, at a little bit of an angle, not too deep. You don't want to ruin the meat. At that point, make a cut. If I did it right, it should come all the way off. All those bones that, after cooking, get in the way, come right off in one go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Make sure that you cut these fins at the bottom. Follow your dorsal fin removal with these bottom fins. Excuse me if I don't know the correct term at this moment in time. The same way, at an angle. And there you go. You remove all those bones. Eating your fish is a lot easier. At this point in time, you have removed the fins, you have removed the scales. Now it is time to remove the head and the guts. So what I do is I go very shallow. You don't want to pierce too deep, otherwise you may risk piercing the intestines and may ruin the fish. Very shallow, through the skin. Just like that, with the sharp blade, right through the skin, not too deep. All those guts, expose the belly cavity, very nasty. Go all the way up. And through, exposing the entire cavity. What we have left is a wonderful piece of meat. Beautiful white flesh, silvery skin. The skin, when cooked, is crispy and very delicious. You could actually eat it the way it is after cooking. You don't need to remove it. It's your preference. At this point in time, I prepare for seasoning. My first move is to make score marks into the flesh to allow the seasonings to reach. the deeper parts of the meat. See? Down to the bone. But don't cut through the bone. To begin the seasoning process, I start with basil. I'm not really afraid to use a good amount. People give you, these cooking books, they give you specifics, tablespoons and all that. I like letting the seasoning do the work. Make sure you get inside the score marks. That way every piece of fish is covered. Turn it around. Beautiful meat. Into the cuts. The reason I like starting with the basil first is it's definitely a coarser herb. I could work with it a little better, a little easier. Next we move to the cilantro. Spray just liberally, as much as you like. And then a dash of oregano. Follow up, a little bit of salt. Ooh, that's a little more than I wanted. A little pepper. Little pepper, little salt. There we go. Repeat on the other side. Now I've reached the part where we will be cooking our porgy after seasoning. Basically, I put a little bit of oil in a pan, you know, got it nice and hot. Let it sizzle. Oh yeah. Now look at that. Right now we're cooking the porgy for approximately 3.5 to 4 minutes on each side, just to make sure that the meat is completely cooked and it's flaky and delicious. And now we begin with the preparation of the fried rice. Here we have the rice in the rice cooker already prepared. Now we add 4 eggs into your vegetables and stir them up so they could scramble. Now we add our 1 cup of rice that's been cooked to our batch. I've already added the soy sauce to the to the recipe. Now I add 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame oil. And proceed to stir. Okay, everybody, so, well, this is the finished product. You have your porgy on a bed of fried rice. I'm telling you right now, this is absolutely out of this world. Delicious. Now, if you like this video and if you like what I brought to you, please like, subscribe, comment, all that wonderful stuff. I will greatly appreciate it. And that's about that. Have a wonderful day, and hey, stay catching.